Hi everyone, welcome to this channel and welcome to this meditation. I am Sarah and I am about to guide you through a meditation that is a foundation meditation for me. So by that I mean that I use it every day and it forms a foundation to my meditation practice. It's lovely and simple and easy, so anyone can follow along, even if you are a beginner or you've formed an idea that maybe you're not so good at meditation. Give this one a go because it is really super simple and easy. What I love about this meditation is that it allows you to be able to connect with and find stillness, which is something that we all need, but something that many of us struggle to find in busy everyday life. It also runs beautifully alongside our yin yoga practices that we do on this channel because it is about finding this element of stillness. Okay, so find a comfortable position for your body. So we want to be in a position that allows us to be awake and alert, but at the same time relaxed. So that may be cross-legged for you if you're comfortable with that, but you may lean against the wall, you may have your legs straight out in front of you, you could bend the legs. Some of you may even need to lay down, although if you tend to nod off, then try to be in a position that allows more alertness. If at any point during this meditation your body starts to scream at you and it's really disrupting the meditation, just slowly, mindfully find a more comfortable position and then settle back into stillness. Okay, so let's begin. Allowing the eyes to close once you are into that comfortable seated position. Softening the muscles around the eyes and across the forehead. Softening the jaw, the tongue, even the throat. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let your belly move as you breathe. So as you breathe in, your belly is allowed to rise. And you breathe out, your belly is allowed to fall. So you may need to release and relax tension from the belly if you are holding on there. Allow yourself a few deeper breaths in through the nose, up to the top. Out through the nose, slowly, steadily down to the end. Maybe 2 more breaths, nice and slow. And if you find yourself rushing, now is the moment to slow yourself down. To pull away from that forward movement and rushing forwards. To allow yourself to really start to arrive in the moment. Just fully being here with each breath as it's happening. When you've taken a few deeper breaths, just relax back to normal breathing. So by normal, I just mean whatever your body does naturally now. Belly is still rising and falling as you breathe. And I want you to allow yourself to start to become very aware now of your physicality. So very aware of the feeling of your own body. I want you to feel the feeling of your hands, your thumbs, your fingers. And I want you to start to scan around so that you start to pick up on the feeling of your arms and your shoulders. And you start to pick up on the feeling of your head, your lips, gently pressing together. So we're leaving behind any imagination. We're not picturing the body. We're connecting in a way that we're allowing ourselves to really feel that the body is there. Keep scanning through, finding and feeling all of the different parts of your body. And if you move more slowly, you will notice you are more able to, let's say, turn the dial up on that feeling of the body. It becomes more apparent to you when you slow down and you linger. And the longer you sit there, the more you feel this feeling of where the body is, where all the different parts of the body are. It takes a little while to build. You may naturally begin to release tension from the body as you tune in this way. And we all have this proprioception, which is a fancy word for our ability to know and feel where the body is without having to look at it. Even with the eyes closed, we know that there is a body there. And just beginning to really rest your attention here with this feeling of the body. It's almost like you kind of become a little bit lazy and effortless, like there's just nowhere else you need to be right now other than here. Just feeling into the body. And this brings us to our first commitment that we make. There are 3 commitments during this meditation. And the first commitment is to commit to remain still. So this isn't a stillness that you force upon yourself. This is a stillness that you drop into naturally. So as you begin to relax tension from the body, as you begin to soften any rigidity within the body, you will naturally find that your body is sinking into stillness without there needing to be any forcing or effort involved. So just continue to spend your time here, feeling into the body, noticing more and more detail, the feeling of the floor beneath you or the chair beneath you. The feeling of the clothes against the skin. The feeling in the muscles and tissues, whether they're soft and relaxed or whether they're rigid and tense. Or maybe just a little activated to help maintain your posture. As you sink into stillness, know that you can move if you absolutely need to. But there is a commitment to remain still. So if we understand that there is a connection between the body and the mind, it's easy to understand why stillness in the body needs to be a foundation to our meditation. If we allow the body to move and fidget every time the mind becomes agitated or fluctuates, then the mind will never settle. So allow your body to create this foundation of stillness. So even though the emotions may move and fluctuate and the mind may move around, body remains still. And rather than forcing the stillness, we just allow the stillness to happen. Now we come to our second commitment. And this is to bring our awareness to the breath. So with that relaxed belly rising and falling, we bring our attention to the belly and we feel that breath come and go. We feel the chest expanding and contracting. There's no need for us to change the breath, so the breath may feel very subtle, but we do not interfere with the breath, we just watch it come and go. Feel it move through the nose. Arriving within each breath as it's happening. So as you are breathing in, all that you're aware of in that moment is the feeling of breathing in. And as you breathe out, all that you are aware of is the feeling of breathing out. So let your attention come away from anything else other than just this feeling of the breath coming and going. Really tuning in. Let everything else disappear, fall away. And feel each breath rise and each breath fall. And if it's difficult to focus on the breath, if the mind is very busy, we'll give the mind something to do now. So this is an option to say to yourself, stillness of breath as you breathe out. So stillness of breath as you breathe out. But then take 2 quiet breaths and then say to yourself internally, stillness of breath. So every 3rd breath, you say internally, stillness of breath. We're still very aware of the feeling of breathing, but maybe 20-30% of our focus is now given to noting the breath in this way. Stillness of breath. And we come to our 3rd commitment now, which is to commit to return. So no matter how many times you may wander off during this meditation, once you notice, you just simply bring yourself back to this process of watching the breath. And this means being compassionate and patient, non-judgmental, forgiving ourselves when we don't get it perfect. So with that compassion, return each time, even if you wander off 100 times. It doesn't matter. It just really, really doesn't matter. As long as there is this commitment to return to the breath each time. So remember to stick to that initial commitment to remain still. To be with the breath, number 2. to commit to return. Number 3. Stillness, breath, and return. Being with each breath as it happens, noting every third breath. Okay, so allowing your focus on the breath to fall away, so you allow your mind to, or your attention to now travel to wherever it wants to go to. It may want to stay with the breath, it may wander off to somewhere, but you just watch. You just observe. Taking a couple of deeper breaths. Wriggling your fingers, wriggling your toes. Rolling your shoulders back and forwards a couple of times. And then very slowly, when you're ready, you can start to allow your eyes to open, maybe keeping your gaze low. And that concludes our meditation. So please do practice regularly. This really does deepen over time. This can be a meditation that you do every day to build a foundation to your meditation practice. It can be a practice that you can return to again and again as and when you need it. Please do ask me any questions in the comments below. A lot of learning and meditation is done through experiencing and then asking questions about the types of things that come up in meditation, the challenges that you face, the things that you struggled with. So please do hit the like button if you enjoyed. That helps me to build the channel and reach more people with these videos.